Paul Roberts, continuing to report from the Klotho Conference here at the University of California, Irvine's Beal Applied Innovation Center. Again, I say it again, if you don't know what Klotho is, go Google it, Klotho. It's an amazing protein that all these people have been studying for years, and they're finding amazing results in an amazing variety of things. Skin care, cancer treatment, treating injuries in brains, all sorts of wild stuff that may be related to this protein. And the gentleman that has everybody talking, had me talking, was this gentleman here, Christian Faul, who is at the University of Alabama-Birmingham, right?
Correct.
And he talked about something that nobody was talking about, the connection with, is it phosphates and phosphorus?
Phosphates.
Phosphates that our modern diet is filled with, this crap that I guess preserves food and all these things.
Gives the color, structure, a lot of things to food, absolutely. Chemists love to add phosphate to food.
And nobody measures it, and it may be, and not only is it bad for you, specifically bad because it may be wiping out this magic protein, right? Talk a little bit about that.
That's correct. So we're interested in Klotho, but our starting point is phosphate, because Klotho is a gatekeeper in the kidney for phosphate. The kidney releases phosphate with the urine. That's how we get rid of phosphate. We have to eat phosphate. We have to store it in bone. Every cell needs it, but we also have to get rid of phosphate.
It's particularly the excess that you say 50 years ago we didn't put this much phosphate in, so now we're trying to pee it out, and that can lead to kidney failure and kidney collapse, which leads to all sorts of other things too.
Absolutely. If you have kidney failure, or even when you lose Klotho, not through kidney failure but through aging, or when you eat a lot of phosphate, the Klotho goes down, it responds to it. We don't know why, but you lose your outlet for phosphate. What happens? Your phosphate goes up in the serum, and the multi-million-dollar question is that bad for you? And the food industry will tell you, no, don't worry so much.
Exactly.
But I can tell you from animal models that is not necessarily a diet in humans, but from animal models, that's where we are. You feed them with a phosphate diet, a mouse with a healthy kidney, but you push with phosphate, things get pretty bad.
And here's the bad thing I saw. It's calcification. That phosphate binds with calcium, and now you're growing almost like bones in your heart and your blood, and that's talk about blockage.
Absolutely, and that's what happens, and that's the paradox that we try to understand. You dissolve bone, so the phosphate and calcium leaves the bone. You have osteoporosis, weak bones, but guess what? The bone is built everywhere else, and it might not look like a bone, but when you look on a molecular level, it has these crystals that consist of phosphate and calcium in your vessels, in your heart, in your lung. And you can imagine when you have crystals there, that's not good for organ function.
Not good at all. And that may lead to all these terrible diseases and problems and conditions that particularly as we age, are experiencing.
Everyone knows vascular calcification in aging and kidney disease. You look at these vessels, they are stiff like pipes. That's not good.
Stiff like pipes. Well, this is not a guy who's stiff like a pipe. He had everybody here stiff watching him here because I couldn't believe it, and all these scientists couldn't believe it. So why are phosphates not part of the research at the clinical level or at the research level? You seem to be the only one waking them up to the potential importance of phosphates. Do they even measure phosphates?
They do not, right? And that's what we try to do. But even more than the speakers, the FDA, we want that food industry has to label phosphate content on diets. That's the ultimate goal. First research, people will listen afterwards.
Well, our ultimate goal is to hear the rest of this conference, so we're going to cut it off right there. Thank you so much for joining us here today.